Almost 2 years ago, two friends started their own Minecraft world. Watching them, you couldn't help but feel relaxed. Until they met Tommyinnit. All of a sudden, that world was ridden with conflict after conflict, each escalating to levels never seen before. With every one of them, Tommy's channel grew exponentially in size. But why? In this video, I explain one part of how he's blown up on the tube, his titles and thumbnails. I highly recommend you subscribe and press the like button. You can always unsubscribe later, it's really easy. Before we start, let me explain a few things. If you don't know what they are, a thumbnail is a little cover image you see on a video. It's the thing that you click on to watch it. The video's title is the thing you see under or next to it. Good ones complement each other perfectly, but at the same time they're like mini art forms of their own. A perfect analogy would be thumbnails as movie posters and titles as newspaper headlines. If you combine them, you get book covers. Good YouTubers master the art of making perfect thumbnails and titles. Take Mr. Beast and let's say Dream. Both of their titles and thumbnails are full of so much life and variety. Each one is clearly different from the last, yet they still perfectly represent their videos. This is very important to their success. After all, if you don't know what a video is about, why would you click on it? So as a YouTuber and a teenager myself, over the past few months, I noticed something weird. So for example, Tommyinnit has multiple channels, but most of his titles and thumbnails uploaded in the past few months look the exact same. They're almost formulaic. This extends to 2 out of his 5 channels, but the 2 with the highest amount of view counts are ran by him. While the other 2 don't have that many views is seemingly obvious. This channel Tommy hasn't uploaded for over a year, and Tommy VODs is ran by a friend. Or is that the wrong answer? Is it actually not that obvious at all? If you take a step back, you can see his whole style has changed. His thumbnails used to look different. Really different. The more I thought about it, the more I realized there had to be something missing. And that's when I started digging. I mentioned earlier that he only started doing this a few months ago. Precisely 7 months ago. AKA when the Dream SMP was starting to emerge. It's here where Tommy met and befriended a variety of creators, including YouTube veterans like Wilbur, Dream, and Quackity. A smarter YouTuber would have adapted their tactics and made them their own, and that's exactly what he did. With them as inspiration, he completely changed his branding. He developed his own style while making sure it worked perfectly. For a 16-year-old, that's actually amazing. But how does it work perfectly? I'll explain. In every thumbnail, he has his face on the left, taking about 1/3 of the screen. He's always wearing an intense expression, which, when scrolling, would probably intrigue a lot of people. Here he's excited? Happy? Well, either way, he's distracting. His face also tells you it's a Tommyinnit video. And because it's on the left, you probably notice it first. As a whole, this is called branding. You know just by looking at the video that it's his. On the right, there's a screenshot of the game, taking 2/3 of the screen. It's always really big, distinct, and vibrant. It also shows you exactly what the video is about. Let's guess what this one's about. But you have 3 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. If you remember Tommy's face, a black hole, and people being sucked into it, you win. Even in that short amount of time, you've remembered just enough to interest you. And the best thing about it is, even if you see it this big, or this big, you could still understand it and become intrigued. It's like a movie poster. His titles support this. They help fill in any gaps by explaining the thumbnail, just like newspaper headlines. Like the thumbnail, they're easy to understand and really descriptive. Sometimes they either have extra things like popular names or phrases like Minecraft, Dream, or Techno. They're big topics, or as we call them, keywords. And that's it. Now that I've taught you the structure, you'll probably see it everywhere, and in fact, I dare you to comment on this video every time you see one. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye.